Hey everyone, it's Bob. Well, we're back in the garage. The trailer's here. We hauled it in behind the truck. I stopped every half mile or so, more so because I had some extra metal 2x4 beams that were like 14 foot long. I had them tied down onto the trailer, so I wanted to bring them in to finish working. But it bounced around a couple of times. I saw the wheels come off the ground. That road's pretty rough, of course, going out to our property. But it held up. Nothing was broke loose. Everything stayed tight. There are some components on the suspension that I have to tighten up. I didn't have my ratchet set with me for my sockets and everything. And I did the best I could with the adjustable wrench that I had for the trailer. But nonetheless, that'll happen. We got this thing flipped over now, and it's right side up. The wheels are on it. That was pretty tough. Doing it by myself. It's a very heavy trailer, and as you know, when we were welding on everything, we pretty much started upside down so that we can put the suspension components and the coupler and all the supports. So the only thing that's left is when we turned it right side up for the first time, we put the wheels on that, hooked it up, and off we went. A little bit of welding on the top to do. Like I said, we're going to take care of that right here, right now. And then I have right next to it the Trommel frame itself with the tube. I need to get it up on top, and I need to weld some. I think I'm going to go, I'm not decided, 24 inches or 36 inches to elevate it, because we have to have room for the sluice box underneath the tube where the Trommel tube will empty into the sluice box. And that has to have enough angle for the water can flow over the sluice and the riffles and whatever gold hog mats that we've got there. We have to have the ability to adjust the angle of that and not have to be stuck with the minimal because the trommel's not high enough. The higher the Trommel tube, the more room I have to play with, and then I have to take into consideration that we're going to be working on a recirculating system. So those tubs, tanks, are going to be maybe this high. They could be 2 feet. But I don't want to have to elevate the entire unit by building dirt up. I want to be able to work off flat ground. Set the Trommel up. The angle of the Trommel is good. I've got plenty of room underneath to run the angle of the sluice box into the first tank, and then those tanks can run out from there pretty much at the same level. But these are the things I have to take into consideration. Actually, as I'm explaining this, I'll probably go 3 feet. I'll raise that tube and the frame for the Trommel. I'll attach 3-foot legs under it, 6 of them, and that'll go on top of the trailer that we built. That will be, I don't know, it looks like it's 36 inches off the ground, so 72 inches for the Trommel tube. That should give me ample angle and space to do the things that I need to. So, take a little walk around, show you what we got, what I intend to do. This Eastwood MiG 175 is a beast so far. I mean, we kicked it. We even got the other generator, because the generator that I have over here was from Katrina in New Orleans. That's how old it is. And it just, I don't know, when we tried to operate the MiG 175 welder off of that generator, it seemed like it was just not powerful enough. And that's a 5,000 watt generator. We went to the Predator, 8,750. We hooked it up, man. Wham! You'd think you would have thought you were on house current. Welded so well. So anyway, let's get moving. Pretty sure you can see right here. This is the shackle that ties into the spring. There's a little space there. The collar just underneath the bolt head is fluted, and you really have to draw it in. And in order to do that, I need to get some leverage on the other side, on the bolt, on the nut rather, and draw that in. So that's why that's sticking out. That's one of the things I have to do. And underneath where the U-bolt hooks up to the, I there's a bracket that attaches to the bottom of the spring. There's 4 bolts underneath each spring. And I want to torque those down real good. Once that's done, I know my suspension's good. And other than these top welds, I'll show those to you. Right here, down along the length, underneath, and in the back, it's welded. The only thing remaining all across the frame is these top welds right here that I'm about to do. There's another one. There's another one. Like I said, underneath, the front and the back, just that top that needs a bead. All the way along the entire frame. Right there. Right there on the corner. And even right where the coupler, I want to double up the bead, triple up, make sure that we're good. And then we have to attach the jack. I have the 3-way screw bolt in. I think I'll set it up like that with the bolts to tie that jack in, and I will weld it afterwards. I went to Harbor Freight and got the magnetic lighting system. It's supposed to be kind of a temporary quick fix deal. And I kept it in the truck until I got to the end of the dirt road and we started on the pavement. So I stopped right there and I opened up the package for the Harbor Freight magnetic trailer light system, and I didn't go 2 miles when boom, the magnet came off, the light fell, the amber lens on one side and the red lens on the other, both were gone. The magnet was gone. And I had the other side left. And instead of having it on the metal frame attached vertically to the side, I moved this one horizontally in the same position that you see right there, figuring that it would fare better. Didn't even make a mile, off it came. And mind you, this magnet was sticking straight to the metal frame that this is made out of. So it couldn't have been a better connection. And boom, it fell off. So I wound up making it through town and into my garage without being stopped, thank God. But I think these things serve a purpose. They're made cheaply, of course, Chinese. But if you do get them, and I don't say don't, but what I will say is that when you stick them to the area that you want, back it up with a little bit of duct tape to ensure that they don't fall. You can always cut that off afterwards. They're a good idea. The lights do work. They're bright. It's quick to set it up. But just to rely on those magnets alone, don't do it. Get a little bit of tape, even Scotch tape. I don't care. Something that's going to help those magnets a little bit. Okay. Well, we're about to tackle the holes in the tube for the screens and all the material's going to run through. And I measured the circumference, comes to 55 inches. And divided that by 5, of course, is 11 inches. So I marked off 11 inches all the way around. And on either side of the 11 inches, I went 3 inches. So that's going to give me a 6-inch section cut out here with whatever the distance is from here to here. That will remain intact and sturdy and keep the integrity of the entire tube before another 6-inch section comes out. So all the way around like that. And now I'm about to measure about how long I want to keep the end tube and how long I want the sections that are going to be cut out to be. Do that right now, and then we'll start cutting away. So that's what I got going on right now. Trommel action. Okay, update time. Man, have we gone a good distance. Trailer's all set up. You got the rack for the trommel tube. It's tacked into place. We had some issues. I had initially set it up, it was too long. We couldn't even get out of the garage, but we got that straightened out. So, as far as I know, next time I'm in town, we'll get all this sewed up real well. And of course, you've seen the tube. It's got all the holes cut out. It's too tall, but the holes are cut out and it's ready to go. Got some cutting to do and some more welding because I had a mismeasurement up top, but not a huge deal. But the springs are on, the tires are on. I got temporary lights on the trailer so that we can get it over to storage. I want to get it out of the way for the time I'm gone, but if this ain't progress, I don't know what is. So I'll give you a heads up later on. Thanks.